The word is a deplorer of grace. I quoted for you already John 1 verse 1 and 14. In the beginning was the word was with God, and the word was God. Verse 14. And the word became flesh and dwelt amongst us, and we beheld his glory, the glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of what? Grace and truth. And then verse 16, of his fullness have we all received grace heaped upon grace. So when you receive the word, you are not receiving letters, you are receiving grace. You are receiving grace. And what does grace do? Romans 5:17, they which receive abundance of grace and of the gift of righteousness, they reign in life. So grace comes to make you reign in life, and by implication the word came to make you reign. And I told you the word reign is the word basileus. It means to king. That means not one of us here is permitted to live like a beggar. Everyone has been established in authority and dominion. And he said, where the word of the king is, there is power. Who can say unto him, what doest thou? So when you carry grace, your word carry power. When you talk, things happen. Why do you think we speak and expect for things to happen? It's because we know what we are speaking is not English. You may be hearing English, but we are releasing and deploying grace. And we know when grace comes, dominion is established. I'm teaching you so you have understanding. When you come for a service like this, you didn't just increase your biblical literacy. No. When you come for a service like this, you apprehended more grace. So the things that defeated you yesterday, you confront them today and they flee. And you know that it should be so. So when you leave a service like this on a Sunday evening, Monday should be a day of signs and wonders. Because you have come to draw more grace. You have come to ascribe more grace to yourself. So you can't go on Monday and it's the same. That's why when somebody troubles you, tell him I they come. I am coming. All these words you hear that hit you and you are shouting, you think it's excitement. No, it's not excitement, sir. When you are connected to electricity and you are shaking, it's not excitement. It's current that is entering you. Current. And if you stay there for a while, you will die. That's the same way the word works. You hear scripture. Sometimes you hear, you stand up. You are stretching for grace to enter. But you see, you need to have a consciousness that now that grace has entered, it's time to reign. So when you step out with audacity. You step out with assurance. You step out with understanding that I have ascribed grace. So no challenge can bring me down. They looked at you last week. They say you are weak. Wait. Let me receive some more rema. Marakavela katiyatai. Venko parikata. Family is not working. Wait. Business is not working. Wait. I need more rema. So when you came to church, even before pastor came, you are speaking in tongues. Manko pake parota. Mariga bababa. Ariada bakida baka. You are sharpening your antenna. Aristo fakira. Barakatuna zavakaite. Erotia. Barusta. Antora. The moment he opens his mouth, they start coming like arrows. And you are catching. You are catching. I receive grace for wealth. I receive grace for healing. I receive grace for signs. I receive grace for dominion. And when you leave, your quiver is full. And he said, blessed is the man whose quiver is full. He shall not be ashamed of the enemies at the gate. So when I come to the gate, every challenge of resources, there is a grace. Every challenge of health, there is a grace. Every challenge of influence, there is a grace. Every challenge of acceptance, there is a grace. Because I choked myself. Kakoria panakate asasasila parodiata entokapa raka sahila kona tavik. That's the Velida Paya Mantoka. I don't know what you came here with, but I prophesy over you. Every crisis you entered here with, they go down now. Every challenge you entered here with, they go down now. It can be health, it can be financial. I decree and declare, dry bones rise again. Dry bones rise again. Dry bones rise again. The sent word. It came to supply grace. There's a place where you needed more inspiration. Grace has come. You go back. See what happens tomorrow. There's a place where you needed favor. They need a quorum of 6, but nobody is standing with you. Go tomorrow. See what grace does. David was in a cave. He wasn't on the internet, but the Bible said men traced him to Cave Adullam. He left Adullam. He went to Gilgal. men traced him to Gilgal. And the men who came to Adullam were not the same men that came to Gilgal. See, there's a time when it's broken men that come. Don't be troubled. Let grace be coming, because Gentiles come to your light, but kings come to the brightness of your rising. Keep receiving grace. A day will come, the statue will change from broken men to warriors. The Bible said, and of the Gadites. These were the men that came to David. He said they were like gazelles. They moved upon mountains like gazelle, men with stability. He said some of them, their faces were like lions. He said they could throw the arrow with the right and with the left. Warriors, valiant men. They came to David, and you know what the Bible said? He said the host of David grew until it became like the host of God. A man can become like God when grace is on the increase.